Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. For today's session, we are going to look into the basic of HTML5 and how to creating a valid HTML5 document is the first step towards creating a web application, which is one of the requirements of passing this class. So I'm going to show you how to create a HTML5 document through the use of text editor and also Apache Web Server. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So it is not a programming language, but rather is a markup language, which is used to denote certain elements or certain text in the document would be underlined, bold, or certain element would be in a table or in a list, either ordered list or unordered list. So it is not a programming language. It does not have even the basic programming language structure. It does not have control. It does not have loop. It also does not have interactive elements. So this is the basis of HTML5, just to define a document that are going to be interpreted by a web browser. When you develop an HTML document, you would have to use HTML text, and then you compose it inside the text editor or an IDE such as Adobe Dreamweaver, and then you upload it to a remote web server. But for the purpose of testing, we will only develop the HTML5 document and then host it right inside your own computer or laptop using Apache Web Server. So I trust most of you have already installed Apache Web Server through the use of Apache Friends XAMPP. So without further ado, let's look into the basic HTML5 document structure. As you already gathered from your notes, HTML5 is the latest specification for HTML. In order to have a valid HTML document, you need to have at least this structure, which is a doc type declaration. The doc type declaration is important because it tells the browser that the document that it is retrieving is a valid HTML5 document. And then you need a HTML tag. And then you need a head, and then the body, and then finally you wrap it back with a HTML tag. This is the very minimum definition of HTML5 document. You need declaration, HTML tag, wrap around, and then a head and a body. So inside the head, you can specify a meta text, which is a tag that describes about the document. The meta means description about the document. And then the title. So the title will be displayed on the tab on your browser. And then we have the body. So when you close up the head, you will start the body. So the body is where most of your HTML document content would be located. So anything you put inside the body will be displayed on the browser. So inside the body, you can define paragraph, you can define headings, you can also define a list, or you can also give a hint to the browser to display an image from the internet or from your local computer. So let's look into how to develop a HTML document and how to structure it. First and foremost, make sure that you have already started Apache Web Server through the XAMPP control panel. So press start over here and then ensure that your web server is already running. So you open up your Notepad++ to start out writing your HTML5 document. So remember, first and foremost, you have to declare HTML5 document. So declaration is like this, and then you save it in your XAMPP folder, XAMPP htdocs folder, to ensure that it is accessible from your web browser through Apache Web Server. So you can do this to the Notepad++ user interface. You can rename it as index.html. Usually, the default file that would be retrieved by the browser and the web server is index.html. And then remember that you must start it with HTML5 tag. There is HTML5. And then remember that the HTML must have a head, and then it must have a title. Title is optional, but it is good to have a title. So this is a title. And then if you have meta tag, you can put them. But for now, we only would do the title. And then we have the body. So inside the body, we'll have the content. So inside the content, you can set to put heading. Okay, this is a sample of heading 1. Okay, largest heading. So, and then if you have the heading, you can create a paragraph for the heading. So this is an example of a valid HTML5 document. So it is very easy to create a HTML5 document. And then h2, you type in heading 2. This is the second largest heading. They put in /p, then /p. This is an example of a valid HTML5 document. So this is example that has been complete. And then additionally, you can also add a hyperlink. So hyperlink is a link that lets you link to other websites. So you can put HTTP on the hyperlink. So we can start it by typing the URL. So HTTP. HTTP is important because it denotes the protocol. So w3.org. Then you can put here as World Wide Web Consortium website. Yes. Okay, you create it like this. So another things about hyperlinks is that you can create many form of hyperlinks that serve other functionality. These may not be in the notes, but it's good for you to know. You can create other form of hyperlinks. One for sending emails, another one for dialing a phone for you. So if you want to send an email, put here something like this. Okay, mail to customer. Okay, customer support at example.com. You can put here customer.example.com/a. So when other user try to click on the hypertext, hyperlink, they will be directed to a mail client. So another example of hyperlink that you can link to is can directly link to a phone. So to link to a phone, you can type in tel plus 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8, right? Okay, 8, 9, and so on. So this is for dialing a phone. So you can let phone that is listed on the hyperlinks. Right? I think that's enough of an example. Let's see the website from the browser. We are going to demo it, and then let's see from the perspective of a browser. Okay, we are launching the browser right now, and then we can go to the localhost web server, and then type back your URL for Apache Web Server. Okay, this is the website that you have just created. See it, and this is the website that you have created. So if you click this, you will say that the locals want to open this application. So it will open up a dialer to your phone. Right? It will open up a dialer. This one, it will open up a mail. Because we use a mail to protocol. And this one, it will automatically send you to the Worldwide Consortium website because it's specified as HTTP protocol. So there are many other protocols that you can link the hypertext to. So some of the favorite one would be TEL. Okay, this is likely useful if you want to create a website for mobile devices. Okay, another useful one is the SMS. That is SMS protocol, which you can also use to link it, and then it will automatically connect it to your messaging software, the SMS. Okay, you can write down like this text or so when you save it, you can refresh. To refresh your browser by pressing F5. So you can text this thing. It will because we are using a computer, you cannot see the differences. But if you open up with your mobile device, this will automatically connected to your own messaging application, or you can also call. So for your own practice, you can include IMG tag or image tag straight from the notes. So if you look here from the notes, it teaches you how to change the font color, okay, and then create or embed an image graphics. So try to do this on your own time, and then we shall discuss it during the Google Meet time. So that's all for our class today. We'll be seeing you in the next segment.